How did your unit's worst marksman make the shot that mattered most? Private First Class, Jake Murphy couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if he was standing inside it. 3 years running, Jake failed his annual weapons qualification. Every single time. The man went through more ammunition during training than the rest of our squad combined. Range instructors knew him by name, and not in a good way. Our Sergeant First Class Williams tried everything. Different shooting positions, breathing techniques, even had Jake checked for vision problems. Nothing worked. The guy would miss targets at 50 meters that recruits nail on their first try. It became a running joke in our unit. Need someone to provide covering fire? Don't ask Jake. Want to hunt for dinner? Jake stays in camp. The man was jinxed with anything that involved pulling a trigger, but Jake was solid at everything else. Best mechanic in the company. Could fix any vehicle, radio, or piece of equipment we had. Smart as hell, just couldn't shoot straight to save his life. We deployed to Afghanistan in 2018. Forward operating base outside Kandahar. Jake got assigned to motor pool duty while the rest of us pulled patrol rotations. Made sense. Keep the guy who can't shoot away from situations requiring accurate fire. Week 4 of deployment, everything changed. Our patrol got ambushed returning from a supply run. IED hit our lead vehicle, small arms fire from 3 directions. Classic kill zone setup. I was in the second Humvee with Staff Sergeant Davis when shrapnel took out our gunner. Davis grabbed the radio calling for backup and medevac, but we were pinned down hard. Taliban fighters had us zeroed from a compound about 400 meters out. Good cover, elevated position, and they knew exactly where we were. Every time someone tried to move, accurate fire drove us back behind our vehicles. The situation was getting desperate. Our wounded gunner needed immediate medical attention, but the medevac couldn't land with active enemy fire. We needed someone to take out that position. That's when Jake's voice came over the radio. He'd been monitoring from base, heard the entire firefight developing. Motor pool has line of sight to your location. I can see the compound. Williams immediately shot that down. Negative. Stay in position. We'll handle this. But Jake kept talking. Sergeant, I've got the Barrett 50 cal from the armory. Clear shot at 380 meters. Everyone on the radio went silent. Jake with a sniper rifle? The guy who missed stationary targets at point-blank range was volunteering for a precision shot at nearly 400 meters. Under combat pressure, with lives hanging in the balance. Williams started to refuse again, but Davis cut him off. We're running out of options here. Let him try. Jake, you have one shot. Make it count. I watched through my scope as Jake set up on the motor pool roof. Could barely see him at that distance, just a tiny figure behind the massive Barrett rifle. The Taliban fighters had no idea he was there. The radio crackled. Target acquired. Preparing to engage. Then silence. Jake was taking his time, doing everything the range instructors had taught him. Proper breathing, trigger control, wind compensation. The shot echoed across the valley like thunder. Through my binoculars, I saw one of the Taliban fighters drop instantly. The others started scrambling, confused about where the shot came from. Jake's voice came back calm as ice. Target down. Adjusting for second shooter. Another thunderclap. Second fighter dropped. The remaining Taliban fighters abandoned their position, running for the hills. Within minutes, the medevac was landing safely. Our wounded gunner got evacuated to Germany and made a full recovery. The ambush was over, thanks to 2 perfect shots from our unit's worst marksman. Later that night, Jake explained what happened. All those missed shots during training? He'd been flinching, anticipating the recoil instead of following through. But when it actually mattered, when people's lives depended on it, the flinch disappeared. Combat focus, he called it. Brain just locked onto the target, and everything else went quiet. Williams put Jake in for a Bronze Star with V device. At the ceremony, the range instructor from Fort Hood showed up personally to watch. Afterward, he pulled Jake aside and said something I'll never forget. Son, I've been teaching marksmanship for 20 years. Sometimes the best shooters aren't the ones who hit every target in training. They're the ones who hit the target when it matters most. Jake never missed another qualification after that deployment. Made expert marksman every year until he got out. Now he teaches precision shooting to law enforcement back in Texas. Still uses that same Barrett rifle from Afghanistan.